If you're watching in Scotland, I'll see you this...
The lollipop. Stop. It's a patch stop.
Sam Patch spots a patch, a place to play. And here are some of the friends he meets today. Can you guess where Sam Patch has stopped today? He looks like he's on the beach, but really he's on the sand dunes at the back of the beach. Do you know what sand dunes are like? Maybe you've been to a beach with sand dunes at the back of them. Close your eyes and think what it might be like in the sand dunes. Hill after hill of soft sliding sand, crowned with grasses and plants which prickle your hand. Try to scramble up, you keep sinking in, leaving giant prints like some monster's been. Deep in the sand is a net of roots from the marram grass with its spiky shoots. Walk in the dunes, they rise up on each side, like a wall of sand. What a good place to slide. Could you imagine what it would be like? Then open your eyes and take a look. Hill after hill of soft sliding sand, crowned with grasses and plants which prickle your hand. Try to scramble up, you keep sinking in, leaving giant prints like some monster's been. Hidden deep in the sand is a net of roots, from the marram grass with its spiky shoots. Walk in the dunes, they rise up on each side, like a wall of sand. What a good place to slide. Sand dunes are made by the wind blowing the sand, so they're always changing shape. But the sand dunes are held together by the roots from this, which is marram grass. You can see all the roots in there. They're very long. And the marram grass twists its leaves up to make a little straw so it can hold the water. The sand's always very dry, so it's very difficult to make a sandcastle, because when it rains, the water just falls off it. Nearly. It's ever so good for making big slidey footprints. Patch's puzzle. Who made these prints? These were mine. Who made these? They were Daisy's. She's one of Patch's friends. Can you see the pads on her paw? Who made these? Ah, they're coming back. the marshes. They look like a field of reeds. And beyond them is the golf course. Bet that's been made on the sand dunes as well. Think I'll try this slidey path, see who lives down there. I should imagine rabbits live down here, and probably seabirds. Ooh, there's a snail. And another one. Lots of cobwebs. I'm sure I'd find a spider somewhere. Oh, there we are. Oh, there we are. It's got spotty legs. Oh, I think I'll put him back. There we go. What else? In a place like this, it's important to keep to the man-made path because the reeds grow in deep water. I should imagine some frogs live down there. Anyone down here? Oh, Patch is saying hello to a creature who made this tunnel. It's the pathway to his home. Say hello to this creature. A creature with a stripy head, strong paws. His home is a set, and he comes out at night. A badger. Patch, have you found a scarecrow friend?
Hear yeep, hear yeep, hear yeep.
Ah, he knows King Greenfingers.
In the palace of Puddlebrook, there's a green-fingered king. His garden is beautiful, from summer through to spring. His fingers aren't green at all, they're just alike, yours and mine. But he is called King Greenfingers because his plants grow so fine.
I think I will open up the palace gardens to the public,
declared King Greenfingers one morning. He needed an extra greenhouse and thought if he charged a small fee, he would soon be able to afford one. "Will the public want to see a lot of beans and cabbages?" asked his daughter, the Princess Potted Palm.
We'll have more flowers, said the king, and a new, perfect royal lawn for people to admire.
"Where?" asked Queen Climbing Rose. Greenfingers looked outside and saw a large sandpit where Potted Palm used to play. It was surrounded by a hedge.
Sandy soil is good for lawns, he said to Potted Palm. We could turn it all over, dig the sand in, and make a good base.
"I might want to make sand pies," said the princess, not sure that she wanted to see the end of her sandpit.
Then we'll save a bowlful in case you get the urge to do so, said her father. After that, we'll throw the rest around until we get beautiful sandy soil to lay our perfect lawn on.
"Will it have daisies on it?" asked Potted Palm, who had just learned how to make daisy chains.
Certainly not. Perfect lawns do not have daisies. They are weeds. Will I be able to sit on it and knit? Asked the Queen. Sorry, my dear, no sitting allowed. That would cause dents, and perfect lawns must be perfectly flat. Well, let's start now, urged Potted Palm. She had never been allowed to throw sand before, and was looking forward to helping. Before long, the sand and soil were all mixed up, levelled off and rolled flat, ready for King Greenfingers to scatter the best lawn seed over it. How can we keep the birds off? Asked the king, once the lawn was prepared. A scarecrow, suggested Potted Palm. We could make one. The king set about finding broom handles and a turnip for a head, while Potted Palm disappeared into the palace to find something to dress it in. She came back with the queen's old nightie, and together they made a scarecrow. That should scare anything off, decided the king. There were two things King Greenfingers hadn't thought of: a gap in the hedge where he often popped through to Farmer Blenkinsop's farm, and Myrtle, Farmer Blenkinsop's cow, grazing in the next field. Myrtle was a curious cow, and as the perfect lawn began to grow, she looked longingly over the hedge at the fresh green shoots. Early one morning, she discovered the gap and pushed her fat body through it. Heave and a ho and flop, her great weight plopped onto the lawn, making a huge dent. She nibbled the grass, and it was much tastier than her own. When she had had enough, she did a little dance over to the scarecrow, leaving lumps and bumps and hoof prints everywhere. She butted the scarecrow, getting the queen's old nightie entangled in her horns. Myrtle hadn't had such fun in years. The commotion aroused Albert, the king's guard dog. He let out a loud guard dog bark, and Myrtle decided it was time to leave. She heaved herself back through the hedge, nightie and all. What a sight! Albert's barking brought Greenfingers hurrying from his boiled egg and toasted soldiers. He was horrified to see what had happened to his perfect lawn and the scarecrow, which by now was just two broom handles. I can't possibly open the palace grounds now, he groaned. I'll have to wait longer for my greenhouse. Oh. He hadn't the heart to start all over again. The grass kept growing, however, but the lawn grew lumpy and bumpy and was soon covered in daisies. A few days after Myrtle had ruined the lawn, the king sat miserably looking through the palace window. He saw people coming in at the main gate. The queen was scurrying across the courtyard with a tray. Princess Potted Palm was hurrying back towards the kitchen. What's happening? He demanded. You can't possibly let the public into the grounds. We haven't got a perfect lawn. Princess Potted Palm gave the king a triumphant smile. It's Mother's little surprise, she explained. When Farmer Blenkinsop heard what Myrtle had done to your lawn, he felt so sorry that he sent over a huge jug of cream. So we're serving cream teas in the orchard. You'll have your greenhouse after all. King Greenfingers was so pleased that he went and mingled for an hour or so with the people in the orchard. He suggested that as the lawn was not quite perfect, Princess Potted Palm could make sand pies on it. He also said that the queen could sit and knit on the lawn all day if she wished, and he even gave her a new nightie.
How are you boys getting on with your sandcastle?
Okay. Do this again. I need wet sand. What shall I draw?
Maybe we could get some buckets of water, and then that'd make it really wet, wouldn't it? We'd make really good sandcastles then.
I'm going to make a great big hole and put the water in.
In the moat, couldn't we? We need water for our moat, don't we? Well, if we go have a look over there, we might find some buckets for some water. Go on then, off you go.
Come on. Mud hunt. Mud hunt. Mud hunt.
Everyone's off on a mud hunt. What makes mud? Water with earth or sand. Where's it found? Anywhere on the land.
Mud hunt. Mud hunt.
Mud hunt. Everyone's off on a mud hunt. Sun can make it hard and brown. Soon gets sloshy when the rain comes down.
Mud hunt. Mud hunt. Mud hunt.
What's he got?
The one where I feather.
He's got a feather, isn't he? That's right. Off you go then. See if you can find a feather and bring it back to Patch.
Found one.
Yes. Right, we'll give that to Patch.
I'll go and find another one.
All right then. That's a lovely feather, yes. Well, do you want to find something else now? Yes, right. Well, Patch has now found one of these. It's a snail shell. Do you think you can find one of those? Off you go then.
What did you scooting?
Oh, yes.
I'm going to find some more. Come on, Scott, follow me. Girl.
Well, we'll put in our little collection there, so
I found a shell.
that's a beautiful one. We'll put that down.
You found 2 of them, Chris.
Oh, well, that's great. We might be able to use that. Well, Patch also found a piece of driftwood. Do you think you can find a piece of driftwood?
Seen that up here somewhere.
Oh, that's not very nice, is it? Not very nice to find that on the beach. Because you might step on that and cut yourself, mightn't you? You should always take your rubbish home, shouldn't you? Yeah, we'll take that with us and we'll put that in the bin on the way back. Oh, yes, look at that. What have we got here? Oh, that could be a seagull, couldn't it?